Tonight we'll hear the story of Crispy Bear. A long time ago, this little bear was alive because she listened to her father, so she was happy. But Crispy had one terrible problem. She was filled with curiosity. Yes, and one day she saw something new and died.
Just like that?
Yes.
If I had to pick my favorite thing about Chris Sanders' work, it would have to be his writing of the characters and the relationships. He has a way of making them feel very real, like something you felt before. I actually got to sit down with Mr. Sanders and talk to him about what he does in his films and what he wishes to achieve.
I like films that have some sort of a message or a deeper meaning, and for The Croods, I think it would be neat for people to come out of the theater, if you're a parent, to see your kids in a fresh way, and kids to see their parents in a fresh way, because I think they don't necessarily understand each other's jobs, and that's one of the big things about this movie is this a father who is perceived to be overprotective, and his daughter Eve thinks he's a big drag, but by the end of the film they're beginning to see what the other has been pressing to get across to the other character. I tend to gravitate more towards a story that is more, I guess, real. I really like characters that are not villains or heroes. Yeah. I like characters that are more like we are, mixtures of good sometimes, other times you have moments that you're not so good, Yeah. And so I think that's why these tend to be more, I guess, family-like stories, because it's about people trying to work out problems and work out things.
I also love his lack of traditional villains. They evolve just like the heroes. Everyone is portrayed sympathetically, and victory doesn't come from defeating someone, but by teaming up with them.
They're not really villains in the sense that they're like out to get. The real villain is just the misunderstanding of the misunderstanding by the larger society of what's going on. That one of the cornerstones of Lilo and Stitch was, let's not kill the villain. Let's make the villain into the hero. And so that was at the very base of everything. That's what Lilo and Stitch was all about. And in The Croods, there's not a traditional villain. The villain is change. The villain is this collapsing continent that is chasing these guys and moving them along.
The Croods continues in Sanders' admirable tradition by being about working together, personal bonds, not defeating a bad guy. I'll admit, I didn't really know what to think coming into this. I loved Sanders' previous work, but the trailers for The Croods really don't do the movie justice, like, at all. But when I came out, I was really pleasantly surprised by just how much I loved it. The characters work together and change, do stupid things for the right reasons, and don't understand each other, but still like each other, just like in real life. If you have any free time this spring break, I definitely recommend checking out The Croods.
It's biting me!
Try hiding from it in the tall, dry grass!